What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the final rewards that just got found for DMZ, an important update, and even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and let me know down below in the comment section what progress have you guys made with all the faction missions over in DMZ. We'll be talking more about these later in this video, but hopefully you guys out there have at least 2 insurance slots available in your DMZ loadouts. Obviously, you get more insurance slots by completing some of the later tiers of each of the factions, but if you guys haven't made much progress with these, then maybe that's something that you guys work on at some point in early 23, especially during January when there won't be much content added to the game until February 1st, but we'll get back to that in a second. I saw this tweet from Ghost Knight over on Twitter who said, sources saying new Resurgence map won't drop until October. Please tell me this is not true. And I tried scrolling through this thread to figure out what's going on with this information, but he is claiming that if you listen to what Swag said on a recent gameplay stream, he's hinting at that, even though we know right now Season 2 leaks are suggesting that the Resurgence map is going to drop during that season. I mean, the cover art for the season hints at this Japanese theme, a bit of a castle, and on the Elite Resurgence map itself, it does show that a castle is a point of interest on that map. I'm not sure why they'd wait all the way until October to release such an experience, especially when everybody out there is ready for Resurgence already in Warzone 2. Not because Al-Mazrah's a bad map, but people are looking for some faster paced gameplay, which you could get over on Building 21, but not much of in Battle Royale. Now, I am aware that when Warzone first released, we had Verdansk just on its own for quite some time. Rebirth didn't come out until December, right before the new year, and that was with Season 1 of Black Ops Cold War. So maybe they are going to make us wait that long, but I really doubt it. Now, if you do look at the fact that the Resurgence map leak does say that you could play Ground War on it and DMZ, maybe that's the reason why this map could be delayed that long. I mean, if anything, release the map with Resurgence only or even Ground War by Season 2, then if they have to wait until October to add DMZ to it, that's fine, but I wouldn't think that it's a good strategy to wait that long to release this experience. Now, I did make a separate video talking about the leaked Las Almas Battle Royale map and the fact that the points of interest have already popped up in the database for the game, so maybe in some crazy turn of events that map comes out before the Resurgence one, but I personally doubt it. Now, we also have some crazy updates for DMZ that you guys probably didn't even know about. First off, they're aware of an issue where loadout and equipped items do not load into a match with a player but are back on Soldier after the match. That one sounds wild and could really ruin some runs over on Building 21. They're also aware of an issue where insured weapons are not equipping when loading into a match. I've experienced that one. That one's pretty frustrating, but here's the big one that I read. They're aware of a tac map bug in Building 21. So I played several matches where I had a tac map, but the actual feed on the tac map itself was a bit fuzzy. So I was curious if there was a quest of sorts to help clean up your tac map so that you can actually see where you are on a specific floor, but I guess story-wise it makes sense that you can't see your tac map since you're so deep underground. But if you bring an advanced UAV over from Al-Mazrah and try to pop it, it just won't let you do it. I know you can't use other kill streaks at all in Building 21, but maybe if they fix this tac map bug, they'll allow you to pop an advanced UAV. That would be pretty cool. Maybe that'll be your only method to kind of seeing where other players are. I think that would be a good idea, but as of right now, it's unclear what the future is for this tac map. And lastly, they're aware of an issue that kicks some party members after a successful exfil. So I definitely experienced that quite a bit when we were streaming Building 21 at some point last week, but those are some awesome DMZ updates that I'm sure you guys definitely want to see. But now when it comes to the meat and potatoes of this video, a couple of weeks ago I made a video talking about all of the challenges and rewards for the 3 factions that we have here in DMZ. We have Legion, White Lotus, and Black Mouse. That video was pretty lengthy and we went through absolutely everything. It was a nice collaboration with Modenas over on Twitter. He helped me put together a list of every single thing you can do and unlock through all the missions, and it comes out to quite a bit of content that you guys probably haven't even tried to burn through yet, and it's honestly a grind that could take you many weeks, if not longer. That's why I suggest going for all of that while there isn't much content being added throughout January, and then by time Season 2 drops February 1st, we'll end up seeing maybe more tiers added to the factions or more factions altogether. I know they previously teased that there will be updates to faction missions in the next season or two, so I'm wondering what that entails and what exactly will be added. But when I made that video, I wasn't able to talk about tier 5 for White Lotus because that entire tier was bugged out. People out there couldn't progress past tier 4 because progression wasn't working for some of those challenges, but that has since been fixed, and now we can actually see what all the tier 5 missions and unlocks are, which I consider to be the final rewards you can get right now on DMZ before the next major content update. So starting off with the mission deadlines, complete 4 contracts in under 5 minutes for a reward of the Al-Bagra Underground Key plus 20,000 XP. We then have the Close Quarters Challenge, kill 50 enemies with a Bryson 800 with a sawed-off mod in Mazawa Marsh, and then kill 30 operators with a Bryson 800 with the 8-inch WRK a CQB barrel, and then melee kill 3 operators with a Bryson 800 with a Vulture Claw Breacher attached. The reward for that is a low profile emblem and 20,000 XP. Just like with the other tier 5 missions for the other factions, these challenges are pretty tough. We then have Humanitarian Relief, deliver 40 bandages to the dumpster dead drop in Sayed City, extract 25 self-revives and 40 bottles of aspirin. That's going to give you a reward of the X13 auto contraband plus 20,000 XP as well. We then have weight limit, exfil with a full backpack and a full loadout 8 times, and that reward is going to be the Fanning East 1 loading screen, as you can see, and 20,000 XP as well. We then have Clean House, unlock and clear the Kushak Construction Warehouse, unlock and clear the downtown post office in the same deployment, and then unlock and clear the US Embassy main building in the same deployment as well. That one's wild for just a reward of 1 hour double weapon XP, and you'll also get 20,000 XP. But we then have the massive stock challenge, kill 20 enemies with a 5.56 Icarus with a VLK Kalas Flash Hider, a FTAC SB, a Vortex 90, and a Choreo Presio factory attached in Zaya Observatory at 150 plus meters. Then kill 10 operators with headshots with a 5.56 Icarus with a Vortex 90, a FTAC SB, and a bipod V9 grip attached, followed by kill 20 operators with a 5.56 Icarus with a bipod V9 grip, a VLK Kalas Flash Hider, and a Choreo Presio factory attached at 100 meters. The reward for that is a 5.56 Icarus contraband weapon as well as 20,000 XP. But last and certainly not least, we have the route forward. Loot 7 tracking devices from the Al Sharim Pass dumpster dead drop, and then plant 7 tracking devices on the AQ trucks in Sati Caves in 1 deployment, and then travel to the server rack in the bunker in Sati Caves and download the data. That's going to give you a final reward of the Chisel Sab 50 blueprint and 40,000 XP. So that's officially all of the faction missions, challenges, and unlocks that are covered here on the channel. I'm curious what else is going to be added in future seasons, but a common piece of criticism that I saw across that video's comments and either when I was streaming DMZ is that the actual rewards for doing some of these difficult challenges don't really make sense. If you're just getting contraband weapons, they're kind of useless. They're just weapons with no or few attachments, nothing special, not a blueprint or anything. The XP, I guess, is great. That's something at least, but I think even some of the blueprints that you unlock from some of these tier 5 challenges, they're not that amazing. So I'm curious if future updates of DMZ will add in more rewards for having done all of these, or just better rewards for future tier 5s that might get added for different factions. I mean, they could even do something for people out there that do complete all 5 tiers of all 3 factions right now. Maybe there'll be a super Easter egg reward that they'll end up adding in. I'm very curious what the future is for DMZ challenges, but to me it's just replayability for the mode, something extra you can go for while playing, and the fact that you can do a lot of these challenges in Building 21 also are great. I mean, most of these you can't because most of them are for Al Mazrah, but some of the earlier tier challenges could be done in either map, which is great. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the final rewards that just got found for DMZ? How are you feeling about the important updates to the mode itself and the possibility of not seeing a Resurgence map until October? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.